Alright. So, what we're going to talk about today is responsibilization or something like that, which a lot of conservative thinkers rely on. And it's synopsis of what it is, or definition, I should say, not synopsis. I'm stupid. Is that people are responsible for their own actions and they can control what they do with their lives. To an extent, I agree with them. Oh my god, my hair's like growing over my ears. It's kind of weird. No, but to an extent, I believe in that because obviously I have the control to not sexually assault people and be a good human being, right? But there's also some limits to it because would you say that a poor person is gonna be more likely to not commit crimes? I don't know. I think they'll be more likely to commit crimes than richer people or people that aren't in need, because what you don't have a reason or a cause or that pressure or adversity that you're going through to cause someone to do something bad. Because usually people only do bad things because of bad situations. This is proven in some studies with mice that I learned about in class, where they drank heroin water in obviously barren situations because they didn't have any stimulation, and they were like, okay, I guess I'll drink heroin water rather than water, because fuck normal water. I'm here and I'm doing nothing. I'm doing jack shit. But then they were put in another cage, and not the same rats, a different group of rats, I think, were put in another cage, and those rats also had the heroin water right at the tip of their fingers. They could have drinking that if they wanted to, but they chose the normal water. And that's because they had a lot of friends there, and they could play like on the wheels and stuff. You know, they had a bunch of cool stuff. But this is proof that adversity can also be bad, and too much problems and stress and pressure can make you do bad things. So when rich people say, or successful people I should say, well, I worked here, I worked my ass off to get here, so I deserve my money, and they don't, because they're lazy bums that are on the street. If they really wanted a home, they would work for it. Now, that's crazy. I think that's just even crazy to think. Not only because there was I think a millionaire that tried it, and he said that he was gonna go homeless, and he tried it for a couple months. I think he couldn't even make 1,000. I'm not sure. You can search it up yourself. But he gave up because he said it was too stressful and too much to handle. And that's that he had his phone, and he knew how to make money from nothing, I'm assuming. Like he probably researched it before going into it. And if not, he had the internet to research, and was probably more educated from birth than a homeless person was. Because obviously if you have a higher likelihood to become rich if you're better educated. And that's just a fact. There are so many correlational studies that show that. And that's not because education equals money. It's because money equals education and money in the future. So if you had money when you were born, you're more likely to have a good education and be rich. So I think, and that's obviously not all the time. Sometimes education is money, and sometimes money is education and more money. So correlational things, you can't really draw cause and effect. So there's not much point to be discussing, oh, but it could be this, because it could, but we don't know yet. So what is this to say? Like, Okay, so conservatives, conservative thinkers have some illogical thought processes or ideals or beliefs. And what about this? Why is this bad? Well, I think this is bad because they make policies in government, political policies, that uh, reward this thought process almost. They don't tax they cut the taxes on the wealthy. They remove funding from federal social programs, which would help less fortunate people to be able to have the advantages that people that were born into good homes, financially stable, and opportunity for a good education homes. So this is bad. You can't do that. Um, and this is even all more to say that me personally, I do not know why Republicans and conservatives don't realize these faults in logic at times. Like, you can prove to them with all these studies, all the science goes against these views of theirs, and somehow they don't care. They just have that cognitive dissonance of, well, I don't know, but I just believe what I believe, and that's that. And how can you live like that? How can you live knowing that you're wrong, or even having the possibility of being wrong? I believe that I could be wrong in everything. I'm unsure of everything, and maybe that's just because I'm young and I don't have a set stance or too much emotional attachment to these things, but to these politics. But some people are just blatantly wrong, and they keep on talking about these things as if they were right. I do not understand it. That makes me think that all conservative thinkers are being disingenuous when they talk. What is their actual goal? And the politicians, it's even crazier, because there's no way that a politician, okay, they're rich. They obviously had a good education if they're a politician, unless, I don't know, the people are stupid and they voted them in out of just because they were charismatic. But what kind of populist bullshit is that? No, you should not vote people in for fucking populism. And oh, what, he he had those really good jokes. Oh yeah, no, like, oh fuck, I lost my train of thought, guys. What the fuck? Where was I? Something about, oh, what was I saying? I was saying that the Republicans, oh, because they're politicians, they're super high up in class. There's no way that they didn't have a good education. There's no way that they weren't rich. There's no way that they have any excuse to not be smart. So why are there still conservative thinking? Okay, maybe not conservative thinking overall, but I just debunked the responsibility thing. So there's still politicians that believe that, and that's why they cut funding for federal social programs and Medicare and other things like that. Now, why is there still people that think like that? How are there politicians that still think like this? Like, they have to be disingenuous. They're either being disingenuous and are doing it because they're being paid greatly by corporations that make them run for shit so that they can just like lower their taxes and keep people dumb, I guess. I don't know. But I just don't believe in it. I just don't buy that. Like, there's no way it's a conspiracy of, oh my God, the Republicans are all paid off by companies, and that's why they still exist, because they've only been paid, and and some people are still dumb somehow, they keep on getting elected. Like, there's no way. I don't buy that. Like, obviously there's a reason people that think conservatively. There's no way. It's just cognitive dissonance and being disingenuous as a politician because you like the money, power, and fame. I just can't believe it. I just can't. Though that is a possibility, I guess. That's what I think is the most possible case scenario. I don't know. Because I just don't see it any other way besides that. Like, that they are disingenuous and they only do it for the money, fame, and power. Republicans and conservatives, because if they were wrong in their policies and shit, and they would know if they were wrong because they're well educated, then they only have those incentives to be running, and not for the betterment of the people of your country. And that makes me think that the left is all that's left that want to help the country, and the right is just being paid off by companies to be their voice in government, basically. And I don't think that's true. There's just no way. There's no way that it's right are companies and left are actually people. No, obviously not. Right? I don't know. I guess time will tell. I'll have to tell. Although, I don't know. It just seems so obvious because of Ronald Reagan's trickle economics, Donald Trump's trickle economics, and all these ideas. Like, they don't work. It's been proven that trickle economics doesn't work, and yet they still use those policies. Like, why? Why would they do this? Unless they were being paid off, and the only reason they got elected, or they ran, I guess, for election is because they were being paid and helped a lot throughout the way to be elected, and the people are somehow dumb enough to elect for them. I can't even believe that some of these things are true. Like, maybe I've been indulging in too much political propaganda, and I'm a radical leftist now, and all the righties are gonna be mad. But you can tell me if I'm wrong, though. You can argue with me. I would like to. I want to know. I want to know what you think if you are a righty, or what you think if you're a lefty. If you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong. What I don't know, why I don't know it, where I could learn more about things like this, I don't know. Anyway, today was good. I finished everything. This is actually my last thing I had to do. I'm so happy. I have to breathe now, and I just have to do my homework. Oh, fuck, I actually have so much homework. Fuck. No, but I'll be okay. Trust. Alright, guys. Peace out.